Hello, I am back. So today I've had some interest in my Galaxy cup, so that is what we are creating today. I use alcohol ink on my Galaxy cups. One is alcohol ink mermaid, and then the alcohol ink indigo. I don't know if you can see that. Indigo. And here's mermaid. Now they came in the same package together with teakwood, so you can get them together. My son is here to help. You say hi.
Hi.
Because we are making this cup for his teacher. So he's here to help. Okay. I'm gonna hold this. Now this is what we do. Okay. I put some of my alcohol ink. Oh, I'll start with the dark blue first. I like to start with the dark blue because that is what the cup mostly consists of. Here is a finished cup, just so you can see. Well, I can't say it's finished because it still needs Brite Tone. Alright, so I pour some. I use a sponge brush. I pour some on the center, and then I blot it on. I just do random spots. I'll let him do it. Here, I'm gonna hold it. You blot it. Yeah, just get nice size blots, and if you're running low of ink on your sponge, just put a little more on there. Alright, get the bottom. Don't do the whole bottom in that color. Alright, now let's get that center bit. There we go. I'll need this too. Okay, now we're gonna do some green. Or I should say mermaid. It's like a turquoise color, or like a. And you do the same, you just blot it. I like to kind of go near the blue and just kind of blot on some sections. Good job. Do you need more?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me put some more on there. There you go. Just keep blotting it on. Right now it just looks kind of crazy and polka dotty, but it'll become like this beautiful galaxy looking thing. Alright, now we're going to switch back to the blue. Let me add some more blue to it. Now alcohol ink does dry fast, so you'll probably need to add more. You just kind of keep going until you have no cup left. Pretty much, that's pretty much what I do, huh?
Yep.
Keep going. You don't want to see any white. Let's add some more green, some more mermaid. I hope I'm getting it on camera. I think I am. I'll let you do the flicking, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna finish this part up and let you flick.
And the alcohol on it, the alcohol stuff. The first aid alcohol stuff.
Oh, yep, I'm gonna do that too. Don't get ahead of me. Remember, we're making a video.
Yep.
So just keep going. Like you can already see it's starting to get that galaxy type look. Now don't worry if it looks kind of like not smooth, like it looks kind of scratchy throughout. That'll go away. So I just kind of blot, 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 blot. Now you don't want a whole lot of turquoise showing through. You want it to be kind of more on the darker side because it is a galaxy and galaxies are dark like the night sky. So you want more of a dark, but I do like a little bit of the turquoise to show through, just not a whole lot. All right. Ooh, we didn't really do a whole lot of turquoise on the bottom here. We didn't really get a whole lot of the bottom at all, huh?
Yep. That is true.
You and your yup. Yup.
Excuse me for just 1 second.
No, no. You don't need to go see what they're doing.
They're making a whole bunch of noise.
Yeah, I know. They're fine.
Okay.
All right, so I think our cup is pretty much covered in ink. So what I like to do now, can you hold this? Make sure it's under the camera.
Yep.
What I like to do now is I take alcohol. This is 70% alcohol. Some people like to use 90. This is what I have on hand. So I just pour a little bit into the cap. And then I take, we're gonna put that back over here so it don't fall over. I take my circle sponge and I just kind of dip it in there. And then we blot it on. Now this helps blend our colors better because they don't look very blended while you're blotting, when you're first applying them. So this helps to blend them really well and give it that like smooth transition from turquoise to dark blue to a little bit of a lighter blue because they mix. So you just blend it in. And I just give it a good blotting. And it helps to blend it really well. So you just do this throughout the whole cup. And make sure you get the bottom too. You don't want to miss the bottom. We don't want any white showing through. So and then I'll take my other brush and just kind of get any spots. Do some, that's not my turquoise brush. Now I have these two brushes, each I know which one's for which because I just use them over. You want to hold that? I'm going to use a little more alcohol. I don't think I used quite enough. We're going to do it a little bit more. But as you can see, like my colors are coming together nicely. So just blot over. Now it's okay if it runs, just catch the runs and blot. And if you see any spots that look like it ran, just go over them and blot them and they blend right back in. No big deal. So you should have this nice night sky looking cup. Yeah, a little more turquoise, or mermaid, I should say. It's like a turquoisey color.
Yep, it is kind of turquoise.
Add some turquoise throughout. And blend that back in. In there. A little more. Give it a little more bluey because I don't want that one spot to be just nothing but turquoise. I'm gonna give it a little more blue color. There. And blend that in with the turquoise. And there. I think we're good. Add a little turquoise throughout. Okay, so now that we have our Galaxy. Let me get the bottom a little bit better. We are going to flick our stars on. You want to hold that, please? First, I'm going to put the lids on these bad boys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look, you made it drip. Go get me a baby wipe. We got drippage on the desk. We do not want drippage on the desk. So I lay down this to catch any drips. Unfortunately, somehow we got a drip, so we're gonna clean that up real quick before we move on to the next step. But see, let me blot this spot right here. That's probably where the drip came from. Right, you want to wipe that spot real quick?
Yep.
Thank you.
And Mom, girls were...
Nope. We're doing a video. I'm not worried about what the girls are doing right this second.
Okay.
Blot right there because the spot looks a little funky. There we go. All right, so now I will put this on the spinner and we will start with our stars. All right, so I've got some white acrylic paint. You can use any acrylic paint that's white. Oops, that's not what I was trying to do. I wanted to just open it. Silly me.
Yep,
and then just squirt a little bit on my brush here. Now this is just a brush from the dollar store, so it doesn't really matter. Now I like to give it a little wipe on the bristles so it's not too thick. And then, I don't know if you can see this, you give it a light flick. You don't want it too heavy because you don't want like big splats.
You said
I know. Let me add a little more paint.
And then I can do it?
Yep, and then you'll do it.
Can I also do the glitter?
No, I'll do the glitter.
Okay.
Okay, do your light flicker. Get close up, get up on the cup. Nope. Right there. It doesn't want to flick. Let's get some more paint on there.
My finger's all white.
Ooh, that might be a little too much. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. You don't want too much paint on there because you don't want big flings. I mean, you want some that are like going to be like different sizes, but you don't want really big ones. Good. Nice. You're doing perfect. Do you think that's enough stars? We need some more big stars. I need a few bigger stars, so I'm going to add a little more paint. There we go. Did I get you? No. Ooh, don't forget the bottom.
Can I do the bottom?
Yeah. Okay, let me add a little more paint. So flick that on. While he's flicking his paint on the bottom, don't get too much, remember. I am going to, excuse me. I'm going to use my girl's best friend and get my my shiny stars, my pretty stars, I like to call them. Now I just dip my finger in and get some out and just kind of flick them on. Now they'll stick to the paint wherever the paint's wet.
Is the bottom okay?
Yep, looks good.
Okay.
So they'll stick. And this just gives it a little more pizzazz. I like the sparkle look because stars twinkle. So you want that twinkle effect.
That is true.
So we're going to do the same to the bottom.
Oh, for the Greenwood people?
No. Mm-mm. This isn't for that. Oh, that didn't want to stick. And now you have your Galaxy night cup. Now I'll let this dry for 24 hours or 12 to 24 hours before I apply my Brite Tone. And it shouldn't need very many layers because there's not really any glitter on there. There's a few specks of glitter, but there's nothing, there's not like a ton. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so this one, this is a different one, but it's the same cup, and it is ready for Brite Tone. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. So you just need a thin layer, no thicker than 2 sheets of computer paper for your no thicker than 2 sheets of computer paper. It's as thick as it needs to be. It needs to dry for 3 hours between coats. You can take it off the turner within 30 minutes to an hour. You can just test the bottom to see if it's still sticky. If it's still sticky, then just leave it on until it feels dry to the touch. I always just test the bottom because nobody's looking at the bottom. So if you make a print, you'll be okay. Sorry about the crying child in the background. It tends to be how my videos roll. It's always got someone not happy. So you just smooth. Now this will probably need, I'm gonna say 3 or 4 layers. I'll probably give it a light sanding at the 3rd layer and then apply a 4th layer because there is a little glitter on it, so it does have some spots that are a little rough. But that is it. And as always, I do the very lip of the cup. I just run my finger across the lip. And we are good. Hello, I am back putting another layer of Brite Tone. Hear that? It's quiet. This is the quietest part of my day every morning. My older kids are just doing their homeschooling and the littler 2 are playing in their room. Okay, so I noticed my white paint is looking purple. So what I'm gonna do after this layer dries is I'm gonna flick some more white paint to get the white, because I want the white stars. Though the purple does give it a little neat look, but it's just not, I want white stars. So I'm going to flick a little more white on there. No big deal. I want to make sure that this alcohol ink isn't able to run at all, because it will run with your first layer and sometimes a little bit with your 2nd layer. But I noticed by the 3rd layer it's usually absolutely done doing any kind of movement. I do not seal my alcohol ink because I have heard stories of it changing, and I really don't want mine. I don't want it to change colors, like more grainy. I like the colors that they are. So this is what I've had luck doing. The Brite Tone doesn't really like make it look bad at all, but it does make it blend in a little more, which isn't an issue. So here is my 2nd layer of Brite Tone. Now I'm not gonna put on my decals on video, so I'm gonna do 1 more layer or so. I'm going to do my white paint after this layer and then do 1 layer over it. And that'll be done with, I'll be done with this video. I'll do my decals later. I just want to show you guys my technique for my Galaxy Tumbler. Sorry if I sound kind of nasally. I feel like I have mucus building up. I don't know if it's spring, the weather changing. I feel like I'm always kind of nasally at this time of year. All right, we're good. It's that simple. Honestly, it's not even running right now. It's not moving. You'd see color in my finger, so I could have probably flicked some on before I did that, but we'll just do it after this layer dries. But look how beautiful. It's so shiny. I love my Brite Tone. And a plus about Brite Tone is it weighs less than epoxy. So your cup's total weight will be less than epoxy. Now you gotta let it dry for at least 3 hours before you apply another coat. It needs to stay on the turner for at least 30 minutes to an hour. You can test the bottom by just lightly tapping. If it's still sticky, then leave it on the turner. If it feels dry to the touch, then it should be okay. Some people do, they just hang theirs on like a paper towel holder to finish drying. I just lay mine directly down onto my table and I haven't had any issues. It doesn't stick because once it's dry to the touch, it's usually good to go. So that's what I do. I'll see you guys once this dries. Okay, I am back and I'm going to do my white paint again. So I'm doing exactly what I did before. I'm putting some white paint on my brush. Get it moved around a little bit. And now I'm gonna flick it on. I feel like I'm running out of white paint or something. Just flick it. Make sure you get the bottom too. Now if you want bigger splats, just move your paintbrush a little closer. And if you want smaller, move it further away. So there we go. There is our night sky. We got the white. So I'm going to let that dry. And then I'll come back and do another layer of Brite Tone. Alrighty, I am back and this is gonna be my last segment. I'm doing my last layer of Brite Tone, at least for the camera, because I'm gonna be adding some decals to this beauty, but I'm not gonna do that on camera. I'm just gonna do this because the whole point of this is to show how I do my Galaxy Tumbler. This is looking so pretty. And that is it, guys. Make sure it's good. Alright, so I'm gonna let this dry for 3 hours. Now if you just left your cup like this, if you didn't put any decals, you could just let it spin for a good hour, and then it has to dry for at least, 4 days to a week before you can use it. And then it won't be completely pure until the 30-day mark, so you can use it gently within a week. You need to hand wash. You don't put it in the dishwasher or no extreme heat. But that's it. I hope you guys liked it. If you liked my tutorial, just hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell so you're notified when I post more videos. And don't forget to like. Bye.